What's going on, Washington fans? Our team is now 0-2 after taking one on the chin last night against the Cincinnati Bengals, but it is the preseason, so I don't really care. We're going to recap winners and losers from last night's game, as we do a lot. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We are 50 subscribers away from 2,000. Help me reach that goal today. Hit that notification bell as well. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. So, first, just one housekeeping item for today. The Commanders did sign offensive tackle George Fant. He's a respected veteran. 75 career starts. He lands in Washington after working out with the team last week. So George Fant, Nikki Javala said the other day, watch, George Fant, keep your eye on him, and he's going to be a great depth piece for this roster. He is 6'5", 320. He started 13 games in 2023 for a good Houston Texans team. He's a depth piece. Maybe even play Saturday versus the Ravens. I really am excited for George Fant, and I'm excited for what he can bring to the table. I'm, kind of a Nate Herbig, Lucas Niang replacement, as both of those guys, Nate Herbig retired, and Lucas Niang, towards ACL. So kind of a replacement for them, but I'm excited for George Fant. I'm excited for that signing. With that, let's go ahead and get into my winners from last night's preseason game. So we got a lot of them. Let's start with Chris Rodriguez Jr. Had 6 carries for 62 yards, had a really good night. Really on the first drive of the game, that I believe was the second play, he took one almost to the house. He looked really explosive last night, really made his case why he should make the roster. I've been high on Chris Rodriguez, way more higher than everybody else has, and I just can't figure out why people aren't as high on Chris Rodriguez as I am. He seems like he has it, man. So I'm excited for him. I want to keep him on the roster this year. Speaking of running backs, Bill had a really good night last night. He was definitely a winner. He had that big touchdown run for 27 yards. Really, really good effort there, man. They threw him back out there in the second half of the game. I don't know why they did that, but either way, Bill was not very good in the second half of the game. But they threw him out there. I don't know why. I wouldn't risk an injury, but with all this B-Rob news, it's looking like Bill could be the running back week 1 as a 7th round pick. So, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. It might be Eck. It might be McNichols. We don't know that, but Bill was a winner last night. And he scored a touchdown. He had a few nice runs, showed that explosiveness, showed those cuts, but the second half just wasn't as pretty as you may have expected. The only winner for the tight end room is John Bates. John Bates was on the field last night. He is the guy that opened up the block, opened up the hole for JCM to get that touchdown run. Other winner is Josh Connolly Jr. because he's also got the guy that opened up the hole for the JCM run that we just talked about. So Jaden Daniels was definitely a winner last night. He had that touchdown run, looked really good, looked really solid, really productive. I was excited about what Jaden Daniels had to do. Played one drive, really good stuff there. Showed that the offense will be electric this year. As far as the wide receivers, I thought Jalen Lane was definitely a winner last night. He had a few nice catches, and he just showed his quickness. As a punt returner, he was pretty good. I thought Jalen Lane looked really good last night. Deebo Samuel looked good as well. Deebo Samuel is a guy that one jet sweep, and he almost had a huge run. It was still a big run, but it could have been huge. And I thought Deebo Samuel looked really good, really explosive last night. He was ready to go. He was like, coming out of the tunnel. He was so hype. And so I love to see that from Deebo Samuel. Looked really good last night. Nonetheless, as far as the other wide receivers, we'll get into some losers there. Tay Martin, he had a reception. He looked okay. Ja'Cory Brooks had a reception. He was okay, but those aren't necessarily winners. So I think that about does it for the offense. Nobody else great on the offensive line. We'll get into a few losers on that side as well. So the defensive winners were, honestly, I would say Will Harris was a winner on defense last night. He did really good. He was flying around, good in coverage. Noah Igbenogany was a winner as well. Again, flying around, good in coverage, making some good plays. Jeremy Reeves, they talk about getting him on the field more. He's a winner. He's a winner. I saw him do really good things last night. Speaking of Jeremy Reeves, there's another safety, Percy Butler. He was definitely a winner last night. He was a winner. He looked really good last night. So I'm excited for what he has to do as well this season. So Quan Martin had a nice play, nice tackle. So I think he would probably be considered a winner just for what he played. We didn't really see Mike Sammer still. Trey Amos has lower leg tightness, so he didn't go last night. He hasn't even been practicing. Marshawn Lattimore got beat a few times, and so he was not a winner. So the cornerbacks, the linebackers, Duke Riley. I thought Duke Riley had a good game last night. I thought he made some good, nice plays, and we'll continue to monitor him. Frankie Louvu, I guess you could call him a loser, but we're not getting into the losers yet, but we'll get into him in a second and why he may be considered a loser. Kane Madrano, he was okay, but none of those guys stuck out as a winner to me. The defensive line, Deron Payne, non-existent. Javon Kinlaw was okay. Dorrance Armstrong, his film looked really good after that game. He looked good after that game. So Dorrance Armstrong would be a winner. Jacob Martin, again, Jacob Martin is a winner. He got the sack last night. He looks good. He looks really good. So excited to see him. So those are your winners from last night. Let me know if I'm missing anybody. I mean, you could maybe consider Matt Gay a winner. He didn't miss a field goal, but that's what he should do, getting the most guaranteed money as a kicker in the league. So let's get to the losers. I'll start off with Luke McCaffrey. Did not see Luke McCaffrey out there. I saw him out there, but he didn't show me anything. I don't know. I watched his all-22 film, and he just didn't get separation. He just wasn't targeted. I just didn't see him make plays out there. So, with that being said, I have to mark him as a loser because and Luke McCaffrey was in the third quarter. He was in the game. And so that just shows me that the team is not yet high on him, and I don't know. I'm starting to question Luke McCaffrey. I really am. This is the time that Luke McCaffrey should be out there shining right now. So he's a loser last night. I think another loser was what's his name? Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman, the quarterback. Sam Hartman, he threw an interception. Really looked bad. Sickening to watch him, right? Just didn't look good. He's going to get cut. He's not going to make the roster at this point. Not going to make the roster. Josh Johnson threw an interception. He could be maybe considered a loser. I don't know. He did all right. He did all right. But yeah, that's going to take care of the quarterback room. I didn't really see many losers last night, if I'm going to be honest. Ben Sinnott, I guess I would consider a loser because this is the game that he's supposed to, kind of like Luke McCaffrey, this is the game where he's supposed to show out and do really well, and I just didn't see much from him. I just didn't see Ben Sinnott on the field. Really, I didn't see him make any catches. Demetric Felton, Kaz Allen, they both, I thought, did a solid job returning the football last night, but none of them did anything great. The special teams, I would consider a win. Now, the first kickoff of the game, it wasn't great. It wasn't great the first kickoff of the game. Bengals got to about their own 40, but I think the special teams was a win. Matt Gay was reliable last night, so we'll see. Matt Gay made it closer than it had to be, but I think he was still would be considered a good night for Matt Gay. So, but yeah, those are your winners and losers from last night's game. The Commanders, again, they took one 31-17, took one on the chin. I thought it was a productive game for the team. I thought we got better. Jaden Daniels looked really good. I thought the run defense looked better, and I thought we did a solid job against Joe Burrow. So, nothing great, but we are now 0-2 in the preseason. Our next game is Saturday versus the Ravens. Now, that one's going to suck because that one is, you're not going to see any starters. You're not going to see anyone of note. Okay? So, I thought Jalen Lane was really good. I think Deebo Samuel was the highest rated PFF guy last night, and Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has now tied Caleb Johnson and Jarquez Hunter with most missed tackles forced in the preseason with 7. So, I'm excited about this. The team looks okay. The all-22 film was out. I thought Jalen Lane had the best of that out of a few guys. And again, the Commanders did sign offensive tackle George Fant, so we'll see what it goes from there. But another positive, the blocking from John Bates. I'm excited we gave him a 3-year deal. I am. Because he did his thing last night. He blocked. He did really well. So, really the only thing left is we have to get Terry McLaurin back. We have to get him back. And Brian Robinson's probably going to be gone, as we all know. But we have to get Terry back. And so, that was my biggest takeaway. Like, we have to get Terry back. We have to get him back in the building. Trey Hendrickson was at the game last night for the Bengals side of things. So we just have to get Terry back. And once we do, I believe it will be good for this team, right? We need this guy. We need Terry back. We will get him back. So those are your Commanders, winners and losers. Again, Luke McCaffrey, I'd love to see more from him. But I just don't see much right now. And I don't know if Johnny Newton wasn't playing last night. He was active. I didn't see anything from him either, but we saw stuff from him the first preseason game. Now, two guys, Jacob Martin and Dorrance Armstrong, those guys I'm high on. I'm excited to see what they got, man. So those are your winners and losers from Washington Commanders. Preseason game 2. We took one on the chin last night, but it is what it is, and I thought the team looked okay. Nothing great, but let's just look at the quick stats, and I'll kind of give you more on what took place last night. So, Josh Johnson went 6 of 9, 56 yards. Sam Hartman, 4 of 10, 29 yards. Again, that's both of them two were probably considered losers. Jeremy McNichols, I think I didn't mention him. I think he was a winner. KJ Osborne did good. Tay Martin had a reception for 15 yards. I thought he looked good. Bobby Price led the team in tackles. That's not saying much. And again, Duke Riley's a winner. He had 3 tackles. So, yeah, those are the guys. I'm excited to see this team in 2025. That's all I got for right now. Hail to the Washington Commanders. As always, you guys have a great rest of your day. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. 50 away from 2,000. Peace.